What's up, Wargaming fans and Mage Knight old school gamers as well. This is Ryan once again. Howdy Ryan for King's Army Wargaming. What do we have for you guys today? Well, I just found out about one page rules, and I found this would be another way for old school gamers to resurrect some of their collections that you haven't used for a while. So I have for you today are two armies that are based for the Age of Fantasy one page rules. All right. And so I just want to introduce to you these armies. So this is my take on the Vampiric Undead for one page rules. All right. As you can see, I have the army list right here, okay, from Age of Fantasy one page rules. If you haven't checked that out, I really encourage you to do so if you're a wargamer. A lot of wargamers have switched to this system. There's also it's called Grimdark Future, which is their alternate for Warhammer 40k, and this one is of course, for Warhammer Fantasy, but it works well if you are into fantasy wargaming, which I am as well with Mage Knight, my old collection of Mage Knight. So this is my Vampiric Undead army. So if you're a old timer for the Mage Knight collectible miniatures game, you might recognize some of these old time favorites, right? Up in front right here are your skeletons. Technically, these are mage spawn in the Mage Knight world, but hey, they're undead, so I'm gonna bring them over to the Vampiric Undead. So this army actually, if you base it on the old Mage Knight, is the Necropolis Sect. Again, vampires, zombies, all of that, dark magic. Okay, and for the 2.0 version, these would be the Dark Crusaders. So for my army units for Age of Fantasy, I have these will be my skeleton soldiers. All right, so I'm probably gonna repaint those yellow capes that they have. For some reason, that's the only thing I really didn't like with Mage Knight with the weak, standard, and tough versions. The weak versions always had that yellow paint on the figure to kind of denote them, but it just sounds kind of cheesy. But I just want to repaint that if possible, just change out those yellows. So those are my skeleton soldiers, and then of course, who doesn't like cavalry, right? So cavalry, okay. So these will be my skeletal knights. Look at that. All right, skeletal knights. So these are actually the Nightmare Reapers from Mage Knight as well. So they look like the ring wraiths from the Lord of the Rings on a nightmare horse. So basically, skeleton horses. All right, and then I have another set of cavalry. Okay, so these would be my vampire knights. Okay, well, technically you could call them zombie. These are zombie. These are the zombie centaurs from Mage Knight 2.0. So these will be my zombie centaur knights. So I got two sets of cavalry, each having a total of 10 for each of those knights. And then I have my heroes. Okay, so, all right, old school Mage Knight fans, let's see if you recognize this guy. Okay, so this is from 2.0. This is Cossack Darkbringer. Supposed to be a troll, troll that switched over to the dark side. Now he's a vampiric troll. But look at that. He's gonna be my vampire master for Age of Fantasy one page rules. And then I have this is actually one of the uniques that I pulled back in the day in Mage Knight from a booster. This is the Order of Ulrich, and this will be one of my heroes as well. This is going to be my champion, one of my champions. All right, for this army. And then the other champion hero would be this guy. This is the Ulrich Charger. He's also mounted on a Nightmare Reaper as well. So let's look at that. All right. And so that will be my Vampiric Undead army for Age of Fantasy. One page rules. Although I will still play this as to the Mage Knight Conquest rules, because as you can see, this probably is more than about 500 points, but we'll see. I have to recount that. But for one page rules, these would account to about 750 points. Again, I still have my papercraft terrain. I'm still waiting for an unboxing once that portable wargaming terrain arrives of a Kickstarter. And some of you might be familiar with it. It's from Acid House Terrain, so please watch out for that. And this Vampiric Undead will go against the Human Empire for Age of Fantasy. Although what I used as figures are from the Knights Immortal, which technically are the elves in Mage Knight, but it's just they just look like the Human Empire because of all the units that they have. Okay, so let me show you the units that we'll be using for these. Let me check out this gatehouse first. So for my infantry, I have my trusty elf at arms. So these will be my infantrymen, okay, from the Age of Fantasy list for the Human Empire. Uh, and then I have other infantry as well. These will be the actually I term this the militia units. These will be the militia units for this army. And then you have my infantry captains from the old Mage Knight once again. These will be kind of like the elite swordsmen. Okay, I just like that they have these big swords and everything. And then we have these this kind of like a special unit with the dual weapons. Right, these are the Temple Blade Masters. So those are my infantry units. Okay, again, there's 10 of each. Okay, some I put together like these elf at arms. The rest I split into two with 5 models in each unit. And then of course cavalry. Who doesn't want light cavalry? So I have again, these are the heavy cavalry. So these would be the Reaper, Silver Cavalry for Age of Fantasy under one Page Rules. These are the heavy cavaliers. These ladies pack a punch, right, with their swords and shield. Okay, so this will be my other cavalry, and then of course this one you've seen this before. This will be the other cavalry unit as well. So this will be I believe the Dragon Cavalry or something in the Age of Fantasy rules. But again, I have 2 units of cavalry with 5 models each. And then let me introduce my heroes. All right, so I have got here the High Elf General. Okay, and that will be one of my heroes, and the other one is the Paladin Prince, which of course these are not the original figures for Mage Knight. I swapped them out for from Confrontation Rackham miniatures, and this will be the Paladin Prince with dual weapons as well. And then for the cavalry, I have another hero mounted on a horse. So this is like a mounted general. So that's going to be my Human Empire army going against the Vampiric Undead as they defend this castle gatehouse, this small encampment. And we got 3 objectives together, so can't wait for the weekend, guys. I know I haven't posted any battle reports yet, but promise we'll do that, and I hope that you'll continue to just support this channel. I thank you everybody for the views. Very grateful for that. Even just minute views if you compare with others, but I know that this will continue growing, and Mage Knight forever and Wargaming forever as well. So again, check out One Page Rules, and this is a great way to resurrect some of your old miniatures. So some of these minis haven't gotten any any tabletop play in a while because they've been dusty in the bins and everything, but One Page Rules allows you to do all of that. So again, this is Ryan for King's Army Wargaming.